Life has no power when you're not willing to risk. Somebody wrote this and it was given to me. It said, to laugh is to risk appearing the fool. To weep is to risk appearing sentimental. To reach out for another is to risk involvement. To expose feelings is to risk exposing your true self. To place your ideas, your dreams before a crowd is to risk their loss. To love is to risk not being loved in return. To live is to risk dying. To hope is to risk despair. To try is to risk failure. But risk must be taken because the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. The person who risks nothing, does nothing, has nothing, is nothing. They may avoid suffering and sorrow, but they cannot learn, feel, change, grow, love, and live. Chained by their certitudes, they are a slave. They have forfeited their freedom. Only a person who risks is free. I'm reminded of a missionary who had gone to Africa to work with a certain tribe. They were called the Headhunters. And there was a reporter observing him, and for a long period of time he had a limited relationship with him. They would not take him in. And he said because he was tentative and hesitant and fearful, he didn't want to risk having a relationship with him because he didn't want to mess around and have his head taken off. He had this fear, and obviously it showed, and the tribesman sensed it. So one night he was sleeping, and he made a decision because the reporter came back and saw him, and he had an incredible relationship with the tribesmen, these headhunters. The guy said, what happened? How did you convert the distance, the hostility, into a warm, close relationship? He said, I had a dream one night. So I was thinking, and he said, I dreamed. I said, what's my passion? What's my life goal? He said, I always wanted to be a missionary. And he said, this is the work I love. And he said, in the dream, he asked himself, how much do you love it? He said, I'm willing to die for this dream. And he said, and he thought about that when he woke up, that he loved doing this so much that if it was in fact his passion, that it was in fact his life's work, he's willing to die for it. And so therefore he said he had no longer any fear of death. And he went in there and started working with them. And obviously they picked that up. And he said something else that was profound. He said, when you no longer fear dying, what else can life threaten you with? What else?